All right, this is your brother, your friend, Nasiam. Pastor Chris Okafor. I hear say your village elders, they just send message to you, say me not near village, go let you solve all those problem. The problem long. It long for almost 1 year. From last year, courageous. It not be almost 1 year. Very soon I will go reach October, November. It go reach 1 year. Your case, all this social media, people want a day. They tell like this. See Regina Dani and her husband, he just come up weird. See very dark man, your love, he just come up weird. But your own, there's one woman when you run Cameroon, you know the woman, Pastor Chris Okafor. She was your choir member. She don't talk. I don't post the video before. She don't continue again. This is the continuation of the woman that run away. And I posted the confession before. I am posting a part 2. Those that have watched the part 1, please take your time. I beg you. You will hear more stories. These things, not be lie. True, this one they talk. Say for 8 years, she don't left this man. She is suffering. She never get 100 naira to take buy food shop. People they give up until they feed her children. She don't know what that means. She called beg Pastor Chris or maybe she come back to Nigeria because she run away for her life. Take your time and watch this continuation of this confession of this woman that ran away from Grace Nation Church, Pastor Chris Okafor's church. Watch this video. Okay, my people, I don't come to tell you now again about the continuation of the woman when he run more for Pastor Chris Okafor church when she na choir member because of all the things where she knew about Pastor Chris, how Pastor Chris stay pursue am when he almost buy am for she call and go Cameroon. This are the part 2 of wetin she talk, but because say the first one dey very long, that make me cut am. So now the part 2 be this. I wan make una settle down, sit down and listen to the end. Thank you very much.
How I had to talk to my friends then back in the choir. He removed me from the choir. He sent me away from the choir. He sent me out of the church. I was no more coming to that church because I refused sleeping with him. He sent me out of that church. And that was how my life became miserable. I spoke to some friends around that I knew back in the choir. And they were able to raise me some money. Now I took this money, instead for me to go back home to Cameroon, I took this money. I went to learn a trade. So I finished with that trade. God blessed me with someone. He's of late as well. That person sponsored me back home to Cameroon, set up a business for me in Cameroon. And that business was worth 1.5 million. 1.5 million CFA. He set up that business for me. He came down to Cameroon with me. We set up that business together. We came back to Nigeria, both of us. We went down to Badagry, the trade fair. We bought everything I needed. He got a vehicle that transported everything down to Oran. From Oran, I took a speedboat down to Cameroon with all my goods, everything intact, all my equipment and everything. I started the business. That business didn't last for 6 months. It went down. It went down. Like it vanished. Let me use that word, because till date I can't tell you what happened and how it happened. That was a business that in a week, if I should tell you that I don't make sales in a week, I'm talking of not making sales up to 500,000. That money came back now, as in everything I saved. That money, I had to use it. I lost one of my sons. My son was 21 years old. I actually didn't give my age. I'm 42 years old. My son was my son died, was 21 years old. I lost that guy. That's something of 3 years ago.
I won't ask one question, very simple question. Why be say everybody when he come in contact with Pastor Chris Okafor, and the person when he dey date am, maybe a brother, let's say Ebere mama tell Ebere to stop going to this man, the mother Ikpai. This person we talk about right now, he owns son, Ikbai. What about the Doriso Gala where they say whether a brother want to say the poisoner? Ikbai. Why be say anybody when you come close to this man, when you say you want to know this man, or when you not like this man, anybody will close around, they Ikbai. Why he be like that? I want make una tell me for the comment section. Let's continue the story.
Ever since I left Okafor's church in 2017, came down to Cameroon to start off something. In the space of 8 years, my life has been miserable. It's like he's haunting me. It's like he's haunting, making things difficult for me. Every business I put my hand into goes down.
Wahala, not the finish.
Everything I try to do goes down. Any man that comes to marry me, just go.
Jesus.
We would date well. Time to marriage, yes. He will go to see my family. He will take the traditional list for the marriage, and he goes and never return.
Jesus.
That's how miserable my life has been. From whatever to nothing. I'm in a state of a nobody. I'm in a state of a nobody. If the sun shines today, it's going to get rough tomorrow. If I should manage to see it to eat today,
Hey God.
it goes bad for me tomorrow.
Hey.
At a point, I'm still in contact with some of my choir friends. Sometimes I call them and I cry and I beg them, please, I don't have food at home. And I still have my 2 children and my grandson. Please, I need food. Just spare me something, let me buy food to eat. They'll just be like, Christy, is it this bad? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is happening. They were like, Christy, are you sure? Are you sure it's not from this church that we all left that? I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. My life is drained. It's empty. Everything I ever worked for, everything I ever put together, every businesses I tried putting monies together, all just go wasted. My family is fed up giving me money for businesses or helping me out to do businesses. I have families, home and abroad, but they don't see reasons giving me money to do any business again. Because if they give me now, today I start now, it will start well, but give me 1 month, it's done. It's done. I can't explain it, it's done. It's like something will just come and swallow everything. Ever since I left that place, it has been nightmare. One after the other, my life has not been anything. Life is not good. I spoke to one of my friends just days ago, and I was telling her Cameroon is so hard for me. I don't know even if I come to Nigeria if I will survive. I think I'll just get. It's too hard for me. I told her, please, I beg. If you have even 10,000 naira, I know now with Cameroon CFA, it won't match up to something. But I beg, that 10,000 CFA is going to cook food for my children, even for 2 days. I beg, just spare me that money. She was like, Chrissy, is this still bad? I told her, I said, girl, it's not getting better. It's not getting better. Conversing on all the things we are seeing on the internet. And I told them, when he was sending us out one after the other, we all prayed and told him. Those that were bold to tell him to his face that were not killed, they told him that you say this thing you're doing, your karma will speak louder than what you're doing to us.
Hey God.
And there it is today. If you dare to talk anything negative about him, Chris will haunt you and he will make sure he kills you because you know too much to just walk away. A whole lot we were seeing that we were not to see. We were hearing things that we were not to hear. Private conversations that we were not to hear. Even on that altar where he's parading and doing all the rubbish, we knew what was buried there. We know what was buried there.
Jesus.
But you cannot talk because in the church it's like you've taken an oath to keep quiet. You don't talk. You don't talk because if you talk, they come for you. But it's high time people get to know. That is not a church. It is a shrine. It is a shrine where he trapped souls and used them for fame and money. It is a shrine where he's destroying destinies. That is not a church. God is not there. Jesus doesn't live there. The Holy Spirit is nowhere around that church. That's a demonic household. That's a cult room where he drains the spirit and the souls of his members and uses them. He does it in a way where he stands on the altar and tells you, come and wipe daddy's foot with 1 million. See people will go run, come out to go clean daddy's shoe with 500,000. Some will stand for altar, they write check of millions just to wipe his shoes that God is going to bless them tomorrow. My experience there has not been good. The things I saw, the lesson I learned is still haunting my life. I really need help. Spiritually, this is not me. I may be trapped somewhere with that man. I don't know. Ever since I turned down his proposal. And when he proposes, you don't go out and tell people, hey, daddy, don't tell me say like me. It's like he closes your mouth in a way you can't even talk. If somebody asks you, what do you tell you inside there? You know where if it open your mouth to talk. Go the fear to talk, Seth. This is what is going on. You know where if you open your mouth to waiting where they tell you. You go the fear to talk. Some of us feel late talk now after we don't leave the church, but as far as you're still part of that church, you cannot say it. Cannot say it. His office. In his office, there is a shrine in that office.
Jesus.
And now we can say it because we've seen it. And he has taken us there.
What?
And there in that shrine, you have to swear. Everything that happens in this church, you don't go out, you don't talk it outside. That is not a church. That is a demonic house where souls are trapped and destroyed. I forgot this one. There was an encounter I had with him one afternoon. Then he had a bowl of water. In that bowl of water, he had another small bottle. He poured water in that small bottle, water from the small bottle inside that bowl of water. And he says, I want you to swear by this water that you will not go out and talk out the church secrets to other people. I was like, church secret? What are the church secrets? He says, don't ask me question here. Don't prove stubborn. Don't ask me questions here. You will not go out and tell the secrets of this church outside. Because if you do, you will.
Jesus.
If you do, you will tell you. If you do, you will.
Jesus.
And I looked at him. Fear caught me at that moment because I was with him in the office with some other protocols, and these are hefty guys. I don't know what would have happened to me if I had just, proved one nonsense stubbornness there. So I was like, okay, sir, what do you want me to do? Say, I want you to swear by this water. You have to swear by this water. I said, swear by the water to do how with it. He had a small cross, had a small wooden cross. He took the cross and stayed inside the water. I was doing some kind of talking. I don't know if that was an enchantment or what. He was talking something and stirring the water with the cross, stirring the water with the cross, stirring the water with the cross, stirring the water with the cross. And then he says, you have to drink this water. I told her, sister, I will not drink it. I will not drink what I don't know what I'm drinking.
Hey!
I told him I will not drink it. And at the moment when I was talking, raising my voice, somebody just knocked on the door. It was one other member, a woman. She was coming to see him for counseling. And this is a well-known woman. I will not call her name. She came in. She wanted to see him. So when the woman knocked at the door, the one of the guys quickly peeped through the door and says, oh, it's Madam this, and it's like, okay. Take her and keep her downstairs. Put a close eye on her. Let her not go anywhere. Put a close eye on her. Just be watching her. When I'm done with Madam, you bring her back to me. And they carried me.
Hey!
I was going down gently. I was walking down like nothing happened. I was laughing, greeting others on the staircase as I was going down. He just laughed. Nobody knew what was happening. So I went and I sat in one of the doors, one of the chairs close to the doors. And one of my friends, she was in the choir. She came and she was like, Christian, are you okay? I said, no, I'm fine. I'm all right. So let's be going. I said, no, I'm still waiting to see Daddy. She said, okay. She said, I'll wait for you now. I know you and I, we are going the same way. I said, yes, we are going the same way. She lives at Ojota. So it's the same way we'll have to go, because she'll drop off at Ojota, while me I'll drop at Yanoworo. So she was waiting for me. But she noticed some kind of movements with those guys around, and she came and made me. I was just to say, Christy, I beg you have to take me to Cameroon. No, I beg her. This was Cameroon. Me, I must follow you to Cameroon. No. And while she was talking, she was like, "What's going on? What's happening? Why are these people around you?" And I was like, "Girl, this Cameroon. Oh, go this Cameroon. We must go Cameroon." And I whispered back to her. I said, "I'm in trouble. They are holding me hostage. I don't know what to do. I want to run."
Hey!
Immediately, she just left there. She went and called some other people outside. And they came and they were like, "Christy, you were the one to clean that place outside. Why didn't you clean it?" "My friend, come and pass and go and clean it. Don't let daddy come." I said, "No, but daddy is associated." "My friend, pass. Go and clean that place. Before we go and report you, it's like you're becoming stubborn in this church because you're close to daddy. Pass." And I turned and looked at one of them. I said, "Please, let me clean it, I beg. I don't want more wahala." He says, yes, go. We are behind you." And before they came and they told me, they already had a keke. There was one keke guy already there with me, and we're doing it. That my friend already carried my handbag and passed through the other way on the back of the church, and she came to the other side. And while I was pretending to like clean the place, pack things, and try to arrange the keke, she just went and entered the keke, and immediately she just said, "Christy." And when I turned and I look at her, the way I ran and entered the keke, boom! Immediately the keke left. Immediately the keke left. I didn't come to church for like 2 weeks. I didn't come to church for like 2 weeks. He was calling my phone, I won't pick. He was asking they should tell him where I stay. Everybody said they don't know where I stay. They don't know where I live. None of them. He says, "Can you all swear? Can you all swear you don't know where she lives?" "We don't know where she lives." So this girl, she just told us that she stays in Bagada. We don't know where in Bagada. We don't even know where to start looking for her in Bagada. So that was how I escaped for that 2 weeks. Then I came back to church. Then I came back to church. I was sitting. I didn't sit on the choir stand. I was sitting inside the congregation. And I was just watching out and observing. I just realized that at this point, this place is not where I want to be. But that same week, the last service of that same week was when he finally dismissed me out of church. He boldly said it. He says he's dismissing Madame Christina, the Cameroon lady, from the choir. She's no more a member of the choir, and also she's no more a member of this church, because that lady is a very bad girl. She's a very notorious girl. People should be careful of her. Tomorrow, let her not go behind asking people for money. She's a very bad girl. And immediately he said so. I was sitting somewhere inside the congregation. This guy is dressed well. This guy he didn't know I was there. He was saying all the things he was saying all the things he was saying. I sat down quietly under the gallery in the dark corner. I wasn't saying anything. I was just looking. I was just watching. And when the service finished, I just told my friends, I said, "Anybody who wants to stay here, now you sabi. When they carry you enter the room, say make you swear the water. Drink water when you don't know what's in the inside. Now your own don't end be that. As you reach your house, you go die." That was what I told them. I know many of us started leaving the church. Many choristers started leaving the church. Many of us left. That was another horrible experience. Forcing me to drink water, I don't know what that water was. Staring it with a cross, I don't know where the cross is coming from, what cross it is even. And forcing me to drink it, to swear that I will not tell the secrets of the church outside.
Where they are crying
He knew
people.
we know a lot of secrets going on in that church. Especially that altar. I'm emphasizing on that altar. When he stands, what is buried there? Okay. We were there when they were building it. We knew how it happened. We heard it all from some of the neighbors around that told us what happened. Like, people don't walk there at night. But how come, as in, what was crying there at that hour in the night with people there? People were saying it. We knew that cry was not just an empty cry. Because as at the next day we came, that altar we left was not well cemented, was not well ties, was not even ties. There was no tile on it. It was still just on so rough an altar. But as at the morning when we came back, that altar was well cemented, tiled. My gracious, it was done overnight. To be honest, to tell the truth, that cry of a baby, we believe that baby was buried here on that altar. There was a baby buried on that altar. That altar, when he stands on that altar and speaks whatever, is what it is. It's what the congregation will take. That is where the miracles happen. That is where everything happens. On that old baby that was buried on that altar. A living soul was buried alive, not dead, alive on that altar.
Okay, my people, when I don't see say this woman, they talk some kind things where the same woman where he bring Pastor Chris Okafor leg out. That actress now, Doris Ogala, when he talk say he know where they bury somebody small picking for that altar. Another guy, see dog talk another podcast guy to say the same thing. What do you think about this one?